Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. And it's Greg here from JPAR Maryland Living. Just wanted to provide you with a market update, year in review, year end, and take a look at what some of our driving factors are in the real estate market right now. So, again, it's going to sound somewhat like a broken record, but our song remains the same, so to speak. And the problem is low inventory. We'll take a quick look at Anne Arundel County. And we'll pop out to sort of the Maryland suburbs and drill down on the Baltimore metropolitan market as well. But you can see year over year, where we started out January of 2021, we were at about zero point 0.6 months of inventory. Again, if you remember back on some of our previous videos, historically, moving back probably 2016 was the last time we saw a balanced market. But you'd see about 5 to 6 months of inventory, which means if we stopped listing homes today, it would take 5 to 6 months to sell off our current inventory. Right now, where we stand is just under a half a month of inventory. So we're down even almost, a third from where we were December 2020. So again, I'll just shoot out, let's say 6 years from where we're at. And you can see maybe not quite 5 months, but 2016 was the last time we saw something above 4 months of inventory. You can see how we've steadily gone down. And again, historically, we're at an all-time low here at 0.49 months of inventory. So it's a commodity-driven supply and demand market. So what's that going to tell us? It's going to tell us a few things. Obviously, it's a seller's market. If supply is low, sellers are dictating values, a lot of terms on the contracts we're seeing. We'll probably pop over here and take a look at days on market. I think we're seeing it hover around 10 days on market right now because we don't quite have as many buyers in the buyer pool this time of year historically. And also, we've seen a lot of buyer fatigue. I've seen some buyers sort of tap out of the market short term just because the inventory is so low. The contracts were uber competitive, and we were seeing some buyers that are putting in 5, 6, 7, upwards of 10 offers on different properties and not getting them. So we're seeing a little buyer's fatigue, obviously wash out some of the buyer market. But again, days on market, we're hovering around 10. We do have some properties that are overpriced that are in that inventory. So that's why we're seeing it probably up around 10 days as well. We hit lows of days on market for April and May of last year in Anne Arundel County for 5 days on median days on market. And we'll look to price per square foot. Again, we can assume that that number is going to be steadily increasing as we see the supply decreasing. So again, seller's market, sellers are dictating and some premiums on price per square foot as well. Probably see pricing ratios still around 100%. We did see them creep above 100%. So that means if our sales price to original list price, median price is 100%, we know we're probably seeing a lot of contracts that are going over what the list price is. Again, another indicator of strong seller's market. Pricing trends, median sold sales price. Anne Arundel County, again, 415,000 is our median sold sales price, so it's up almost 9% year over year. Again, that is going to be a trend with the supply and demand. Let's go back 4 years, and you can see where we've gone on median sold sales price in Anne Arundel County. So a lot of equity gains in the market over the past 2 to 3 years especially, but steadily been increasing. And again, if you're a person that's been in the property for a while, if you're an older person and you're looking to downsize or tap out, if you're moving south, this would be a good time maybe to tap into some of that equity in your home, take advantage of these high sales prices and low inventory on the sales side. But we can also, state that even though we're looking at low inventory rates, a seller's market, the mortgage rates have stayed very low, historically very low. They have ticked up about 0.25% in the last month or so, but we're still looking at historically low interest rates and mortgage rates. So from a consumer price index standpoint, the buying power is still pretty good on behalf of buyers. So you can find some, if you're looking at cash flow and out of pocket expenses, consumer looking at it from a consumer affordability standpoint, with the mortgage rates being so low, money being as cheap as it is, still a pretty good time if you're getting a mortgage. One thing that I did want to look at is like the new pending sales, because even though our inventory had been kind of low and steady, our pending sales have obviously been strong with the strong buyer's market and people moving. So that has been one thing that's um, held pretty firm. Although we do look now pending sales year over year down 15%. Maybe it's a threshold that the market can't support anymore. If the inventory continues to be low and we're seeing that buyer fatigue, we're going to see the new pending home sales drop as well. So overall, the market will just sort of flatline a little bit there until we do get an increase of inventory if there's some other anomaly that goes on within the market. So we can take a look at that. Again, this is going to be pretty similar, the story for the Maryland suburbs. I think it's probably just slightly over a month on inventory. We'll take a look at that. I believe it's points, just slightly over a month. So again, statewide or even in the suburbs, you're seeing the same thing with inventory levels down almost 27% year over year. So continue to be sharp decreases in inventory levels. Take a quick look at the Baltimore metro market. That's probably going to give us a similar story. Again, down 25%. It's at 0.7 months of inventory. So that's what we're looking at for those Baltimore metro markets as well. Same thing within the city. We're seeing some slowdown this time of year for buyer activity. Take a look at the Bright monthly market report for Baltimore Metro year over December from 2021 over 2020, down 5% for closed sales. New pending sales, again, down almost 11%. New listings down 8%. The median days on market, again, just slightly up. They're at 10 days for the Baltimore Metro market overall. And again, I think you'll see the same thing with pending sales, down a little bit, which probably not good. It's not a healthy market. We'd like to see more inventory, more of a balanced market. So it's definitely something that we want to keep our eyes on. Kind of toggling back to Anne Arundel County. We just want to take a look. Average list for the new pendings, we're right around $400,000. And again, you can see a trend line over 5 years, how that's increased. 400,000 for the median list price on new listings. It was $100,000 less just to 5 years ago. So quite a big increase in equity gains, indicative again of that strong seller's market, law of supply and demand. We're looking for some relief in either converted properties. New construction right now, we're seeing in some of the outlying suburbs and areas. We don't see as much in some of the more congested areas, certainly not in Anne Arundel County. And we'd like to see they are passing laws for some housing units for Annapolis, as far as like the garage type homes or the apartment lofts, ancillary housing. We really just need to see an influx of some inventory so that the buyer's market out there gets some relief and that lifts the pressure off of that market a little bit. So just recapping what we're looking at in our market. Right now we're at $415,000 currently on the median sold sales price. price per square foot, median $219 price per square foot. Supply and demand were less than a month in inventory, which is really the driving force and factor for what we're seeing. And days on market, we're at 10. So that's a quick market update for you guys. Nothing, that we haven't been talking about for the course of everything since we've been in through the pandemic. It was we had a feeding frenzy in the summer last year. Don't think we're going to see a return to that until we can get a little pressure off the market until buyers return in force to the market. Hopefully, the mortgage rates will not. We'll probably see the mortgage rates top out in fours, mid fours, over the course of the next year. And then really depending on what we're looking like inventory wise, and we're going to keep an eye on that, is how the market continues to develop. So any questions, just give us a call here at the office, 410-260-0202. We'd be happy to answer any questions or put you with an agent that can assist you best with your either home buying needs if you want to invest in real estate, create some wealth, or if you're thinking about listing your home, if you're downsizing, moving, or relocating, give us a call. Look forward to speaking with you guys. I hope everybody stays safe, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.